As far as lunch salads go, where one salad is your meal, that's it, there's nothing else. Only three come to mind in my years as a chef. I'm sure there's more, but only the big three. Cobb salad, Caesar salad, where you add some protein to it, or Nicoise salad.
Hey world, guess what?
No!
This dish really starts with eggs. Boil them from cold water for 8 to 10 minutes. While you're at it, boil new potatoes until they're fork tender and blanch green beans. That's where you cook them in boiling water for 30 to 45 seconds and then immediately throw it into a bowl full of ice water. I don't want you to get lost in the details, so let's get some markers so we can break down this dish into its main components. And that's the point. In Culinary School 101, these dishes are called composed salads because the components require cooking individually and then are brought together. If you've been following along in the channel, do you remember the tangerine oleosaccharum I showed you on the crepe Suzette video? These are the peels. I'll leave a link in the description to see that video. The peels have been sitting in sugar for a few weeks and won't give out any more essential oils. But there's still flavor there, so run them in the food processor with 2 cups of brown sugar and save it. We're going to use some of it in the cure for our fish, but you can use this anywhere you use sugar, even in your feet, you weird spa people with your sugar scrubs. I see you. I'm combining equal parts kosher salt and tangerine sugar with a little black pepper to taste for the curing mixture. This will draw up moisture from the fish, firm up the texture, and add a little sweetness to the flavor. This isn't a long cure though, and I'm doing a similar approach to the onions. Cut thinly, add a little salt, tangerine sugar, lemon zest, and the juice of 1 lemon. Leave them alone for at least half an hour, and you get a quick pickled onions, which add a sweet crunch to this dish while not being spicy. The spirit of this dish is all about springtime, based on whatever was available from the garden and usually made with canned tuna. It's not a fancy dish by any means, but I find it ironic that the humble peasant dishes survive the longest over time. I'm doing a quick char in these little peppers like you would a regular bell pepper, and then just scraping off some of the burnt skin with a knife. It doesn't cook them, it just softens them and develops their sweetness. I'm just chopping them into strips, seasoning them with salt and pepper and olive oil. This is the common thread of this portion of the salad. None of these elements are really cooked, just seasoned and marinating in something, be it salt or olive oil or vinegar or lemon juice. And by the way, yeah, the only spoon available was my kid's toddler spoon. Same thing with the tomatoes, just chop them in quarters and let them sit in salt and olive oil. Now it's been about 30 minutes since my salmon has been in the fridge curing. And look how much liquid it's released. The flesh is firmer, though I'm not sure you can see that on camera. Rinse it in the sink under running water and pat it dry. The cure did its job at this point. I'm heating up coconut oil and searing the fish skin side down. 90% of the cook in this fish is going to be skin side down. Then finally, flip it, count to 10, yeah, seriously, and set it aside. Salmon's done. 2 important recommendations here. First, use a fish spatula. Not only is it wider to pick up the whole piece of fish without it breaking, it also has a metal edge that helps raise the fish onto the spatula, which helps with flipping and maintaining control during the cooking. The second recommendation is, if you're using a stainless steel pan, let it heat first and then add the oil on the fish. This will stop the fish from sticking to the bottom. Now it's time to put it together. This is going to be the meal for the family tonight, and since it has a little bit of everything, we get to share it family style. Start with some spring mix and then add the new potatoes cut in half and dressed with a little bit of olive oil. Ideally, they should be room temp, but you can totally add them from the fridge if you made them ahead of time. Next, I'm adding the little bundles of marinated peppers, just little nests here and there for color and to make sure everyone has some on their side of the bowl. Load up the tomato wedges and again evenly mixed. Green beans, I left them whole because I think it has a more organic look. Once that's done, out comes the salmon. And if you cooked it how I showed you, it'll be buttery and flaky once you cut into it. You won't need a knife, this is strictly a fork situation. Top it with the pickled onions and add a few slices of hard-boiled eggs. And there you have it, Nicoise salad. Now let's talk about what you didn't see me add, a vinaigrette. And this is a personal preference. I only dressed the salad with olive oil and lemon juice. I kept it deliberately simple because I want to taste all of the components, not mask them with a vinaigrette. You can certainly build your own vinaigrette and most things work here. But since we went with seasoning and marinating all of the components, and they have delicate flavors of tangerine and smokiness, etc., I wanted to highlight those things. So if you make it, as you should, make it your own, and let me know how you like it. And if you've never made it, try something different. If you actively invest in a new experience, you'll get it, and with it, a new perspective. That's not a bad thing. My wife has never tried it either. Time to change that.
So, single and family style. That's the caption. That's the thumbnail.
What?
You doing that. I've decided. I have decided. Hi.
It's not spaghetti. Why are you twirling it like spaghetti?
Lady, how am I supposed to grab it? Yeah, one leaf at a time. Look at that. There's a new fillet. I cured a fillet.
Hold on. Let me twirl my...
Just taste it and let me know what you taste. Taste the damn fish!
Can I...
It's not spaghetti. Why are you twirling it? Why are you the way that you are? Why are you that... Why are you such a bully?
That tangerine... What is it?
Tangerine sugar.
It's delicious.
Mmm.
I love me some pickled onions though.
I know. I added some tangerine sugar in that too. We're just like two hungry, starving parents. Huddled over the one meal that we get a day.
I'm just attacking the onions.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss me later.
I'll kiss you now. Nah. I'm falling.
For me?
We were over that.
Hey world, guess what? He's bald!
You know, it wasn't a secret.
He just hates the reminder though.
But now that you brought it out.
Oh wait, excuse me.
I'm gonna poke you with a I'm going to poke you